They say it's normal, that after 60, losing your ability to get hard is just part of being an old man, that the spark fades, the blood flow slows, and your best days in bed are behind you. But what if I told you they're wrong? What if I told you there's a natural way, backed by real science? Bring back the kind of powerful, spontaneous erections you used to take for granted. Not some dangerous pill, not hormone shots, just a single, overlooked nut that's probably sitting on a grocery store shelf near you right now. My name is Dr. Mohit Khera. I've spent over 30 years helping men fight back against erectile dysfunction, low energy, and declining confidence. And in that time, I've seen one simple food transform the sex lives of men well into their 60s, 70s, and beyond. Here's the shocking part. This nut doesn't just improve blood flow. It helps restore nitric oxide production, strengthen your vascular system, and reignite the engine of male performance from the inside out. Most men have never heard this before, but those who try it, they never look back. In just a moment, I'll show you exactly what this nut is, how it works in your body, and why adding a small handful to your daily routine could be the single most important decision you make for your manhood this year. Stick with me, because what you're about to hear may just change your life. Before we go any further, if you care about improving your health, your performance, and your confidence as a man over 60, make sure to subscribe and tap the bell. I share practical, doctor-backed advice just like this every week. And if this topic speaks to you, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0, so I know how to better serve you next time. Let's start with the real reason most men over 60 begin to struggle in the bedroom. It's not just aging. The truth is, your erections rely on one critical system in your body. And when that system breaks down, performance fades fast. But the good news? It's fixable. Section 1. The real reason erections fail after 60, and why it's not just aging. I've sat across from thousands of men in their 60s and 70s, and I can tell you, one of the hardest parts isn't just the loss of function, it's the loss of identity. They come in feeling like they've failed as men, embarrassed, frustrated, tired of hearing the same old excuse, it's just part of getting older. But that's not the full story, not even close. You see, strong erections don't come from testosterone alone. They come from blood. Rich, oxygen-filled blood rushing into the penis, filling the chambers, and keeping them firm. This process depends almost entirely on one thing: your vascular health. That means your arteries, your blood vessels, and most importantly, your nitric oxide production. And unfortunately, after age 60, this system starts to decline quietly. Plaque builds up in your arteries. The lining of your blood vessels stiffens. Nitric oxide, your body's natural signal to open the floodgates, drops dramatically. The result? Blood flow slows, erections weaken, and your confidence takes the hit. But here's what most doctors won't tell you. This breakdown isn't permanent. Your blood vessels can be supported, nitric oxide can be restored, and your performance in the bedroom can absolutely come back with the right approach. I've seen it happen time and time again in my clinic. Men who thought they were done walk out with a new sense of vitality. And what if I told you that one of the simplest, most powerful ways to jumpstart this recovery isn't a drug, but a natural food most men overlook? In the next section, I'll reveal exactly what that food is, and why its effects on blood flow are turning heads in medical circles across the country. Section 2. Meet the nut that can help. The pistachio. I'll never forget the first time I saw the research. I was reviewing a study out of Turkey that looked at a group of men with moderate erectile dysfunction. No drugs, no surgeries. Just one dietary change: pistachios. And in just 3 short weeks, their blood flow improved, their erections became firmer, and their satisfaction in the bedroom soared. That moment stuck with me, because it echoed what I'd already begun to see in my own patients. Pistachios aren't just a tasty snack. They're one of nature's most potent tools for male sexual health. These little green nuts are packed with L-arginine, a powerful amino acid that helps boost nitric oxide levels in the blood. And if you've been paying attention, You know by now that nitric oxide is the very signal your body depends on to produce an erection. More nitric oxide means better blood vessel dilation. Better dilation means stronger, longer-lasting erections. But pistachios don't stop there. They're also loaded with antioxidants that fight inflammation inside your arteries, plant sterols that help lower LDL cholesterol, and healthy fats that support testosterone production. It's a nutritional trifecta designed almost perfectly for the aging male body. I remember a patient, Steve, 68. He was skeptical when I first recommended pistachios, but he gave it a shot. 1 handful a day, every afternoon, dry roasted and unsalted. 3 weeks later, he came back with a smile I hadn't seen in months. "Doc," he said, "I didn't think food could do this." And the best part? No side effects, no prescriptions, just real, natural progress. Of course, as with any tool, success depends on how you use it. And unfortunately, a lot of men make key mistakes that cancel out the benefits before they even begin. In the next section, I'll show you exactly what to avoid, so you don't sabotage your results before they start. Section 3. What happens when you add pistachios to your diet after 60? I've always believed that the body, when given the right tools, wants to heal. And pistachios are one of those tools that surprise both patients and doctors with just how quickly they can help the body bounce back, especially after 60. When men first start adding pistachios to their routine, most don't expect much. Maybe they hope for a small change, but what often happens is something much greater. I've seen men who had given up hope begin waking up with morning erections again. I've had patients call me, slightly embarrassed but thrilled, saying, "Doctor, I forgot what this even felt like," and their partners, let's just say, they noticed too. What's truly remarkable is how wide-reaching the benefits can be. Pistachios support healthy blood flow not just in the penis, but throughout the entire body. That means more oxygen, more energy, better circulation to the brain, the heart, the muscles. One man in his 70s told me he felt sharper, more awake, and even more emotionally connected to his wife, simply from improving his blood flow. And then there's the quiet confidence that comes back. That unspoken strength a man feels when he knows his body still works the way it should. You can't bottle that feeling, but you can build it, one smart choice at a time. Pistachios are one of those choices. But here's the catch. Just like any natural remedy, it only works if you do it right. And sadly, I've seen too many men cancel out the benefits without realizing it, by making small but critical mistakes. In the next part, I'll walk you through those common errors so you can avoid the pitfalls and give yourself the best chance at real, lasting results. Section 4. The mistakes most men make. And why pills aren't the answer. It breaks my heart when I meet men who've tried everything. Prescriptions, online supplements, even invasive treatments, only to feel more frustrated, more defeated. And I don't blame them. They've been handed a broken model of what male health after 60 should look like. The truth is, many of them are making mistakes they don't even realize are holding them back. The most common one? Relying too heavily on pills. Don't get me wrong, medications like Viagra have their place, but they're a short-term crutch. They don't heal the underlying issue. They force blood in without restoring the natural pathways your body needs to function on its own. Over time, many men become dependent, chasing diminishing results and dealing with unwanted side effects, headaches, flushed skin, even heart concerns. Then there's the lifestyle piece. Some men start eating pistachios, but pair them with a diet full of sugar, processed oils, and heavy drinking. Others still smoke or sit for long hours without movement. It's like planting seeds in poisoned soil. The body simply can't thrive under those conditions. And let's not forget the pistachios themselves. Not all nuts are created equal. Many grab the salted, honey-roasted, or oil-fried versions, which are loaded with sodium and unhealthy fats that negate the very benefits we're after. What your body needs are plain, unsalted, dry-roasted, or raw pistachios. Pure, clean, supportive. Finally, some men expect overnight miracles. But this isn't about instant gratification. It's about restoring the body's natural rhythm, gradually, consistently and respectfully. Give your body time, and it will reward you. Now, let me show you why pistachios work so well on a biological level. What's happening inside your arteries, your cells, even your testosterone profile. Because when you understand how it all fits together, you'll start to see your own body in a completely new way. Section 5. Why pistachios work. The blood flow blueprint. When I explain to my patients how pistachios actually work, I see something change in their eyes. They stop looking for a miracle and start realizing that this is about biology, about giving their body exactly what it needs to function the way it was designed to. And that's something I find incredibly empowering. You see, every erection is a vascular event. It starts with a signal from the brain, sure, but it lives or dies by what happens in your blood vessels. That's where pistachios shine. They're naturally rich in a compound called L-arginine. This amino acid converts into nitric oxide, a gas your body uses to relax and open blood vessels. When nitric oxide is flowing properly, blood rushes freely into the penis, creating a strong and lasting erection. Without it, even the strongest desire can't become action. But there's more. Pistachios also contain phytosterols, which help reduce bad cholesterol. Why does that matter? Because high LDL cholesterol builds plaque in your arteries, narrowing the very pathways your blood needs to reach the places that matter. Lowering it helps open those channels again. The antioxidants in pistachios reduce inflammation, the silent killer of sexual performance. And the healthy fats? They support testosterone, your body's natural fuel for desire, energy, and confidence. It's a full-body effect that begins with something so small and simple, yet has the power to change so much. When your blood flows better, your brain gets sharper, your heart beats stronger, and yes, your manhood comes back online in ways that feel real, natural, and lasting. Of course, knowing why something works is only half the battle. The other half is knowing how to use it properly. So let's talk about how much to eat, when to eat it, and how to get the most out of this incredible little nut. You might be surprised how easy it is to make this part of your daily life. Section 6. How much to eat and when to eat it. When it comes to healing naturally, consistency matters more than perfection. I've had so many men ask me, "Doc, how much should I take? When should I eat it? Is there a right way to do this?" And I always tell them, the beauty of this approach is that it's simple, sustainable, and easy to build into the rhythm of your life. For most men, I recommend starting with 1 to 2 ounces of unsalted, dry roasted, or raw pistachios per day. That's about a small handful. You don't need to overdo it. This isn't about loading your body with something new, it's about supporting the systems that are already there, just waiting to be reawakened. The best time to eat them? I often suggest the afternoon, maybe as a midday snack or just before dinner. Why? Because it gives your body the nutrients it needs when your energy may naturally dip, and it's easy to remember. Pair the pistachios with a tall glass of water, and if possible, follow it up with light movement, even just a 10-minute walk. That combination of blood-friendly nutrition and circulation support can make a real difference over time. What matters most is that you do it daily. Day after day, those nutrients go to work, reducing inflammation, supporting blood vessel health, and helping your body rebuild what age has quietly worn down. And no, you may not feel something instantly, but give it a few weeks. I've seen countless men notice subtle changes in the second or third week: morning firmness, more sensation, a stronger pulse of energy in their bodies. But what truly surprises most of them is what happens beyond the physical. Because this small daily habit doesn't just restore blood flow, it starts to restore something far deeper. In the next section, I want to talk to you about the emotional shift that often follows, the quiet return of confidence, identity, and strength. Section 7. More than just erections, a path to renewed masculinity. I wish I could put into words the look on a man's face when he realizes he's still got it. Not because of a prescription, not because of some machine or hormone therapy, but because his own body is finally working the way it's meant to. I've seen it too many times to count, and yet every time it moves me. Because I know what's really happening. It's not just physical, it's personal. Regaining erectile strength is about more than performance. It's about reclaiming a part of yourself you thought was gone. For many men, that part is tied to identity, to pride, to the way they hold themselves when they walk into a room. It's the quiet confidence that says, "I'm still a man, I'm still alive." I've seen couples reconnect after years of distance, emotionally and physically, because the man finally felt like himself again. I've had men tell me their energy came back, their creativity returned, their drive to take better care of themselves grew stronger, and it all started with this one simple shift: supporting their blood flow naturally. The truth is, aging doesn't have to mean decline. It can mean rediscovery. It can mean strength, wisdom, and deeper intimacy if we're willing to treat our bodies with the respect and nourishment they deserve. Pistachios may seem like a small thing, but for some men, they become the spark that reignites something much bigger. And if you're still wondering whether change is possible for you, trust me, it is. I've seen it. And in just a moment, I'm going to leave you with something I share with every man who walks into my office, something I believe every man over 60 deserves to hear before giving up on himself. Stay with me. Section 8. Final Thoughts. Doctor to Patient. I want to leave you with something I often say to my patients, especially the ones who walk into my office with that quiet look of defeat, the men who think time has passed them by. I tell them, aging is real, yes, but decline? That's not a guarantee. It's a choice, and more often than not, it's reversible. You see, your body isn't working against you. It's just waiting for the right support. When you begin feeding it what it truly needs, like clean blood flow, healthy vessels, and natural nitric oxide, you're not forcing it to change. You're allowing it to return to balance. That's what pistachios can help you do. Not because they're magical, but because they're full of the exact nutrients your body has quietly been starving for. We've talked about how pistachios support nitric oxide production, how they reduce inflammation, lower cholesterol, and provide healthy fats that strengthen testosterone. You've seen how just a handful a day, when eaten correctly and consistently, can begin to unlock energy, desire, and performance you thought were long gone. And most importantly, you've heard the truth, that the ability to feel like a man again doesn't come in a pill, it comes from within you. So here's what I hope you take away. First, your struggles are not your fault, and they are not final. Second, natural solutions like pistachios can truly help when used properly and paired with patience. And third, you deserve to feel strong, confident, and alive, no matter your age. I've seen hundreds of men over 60 transform their health, their relationships, and their self-worth by starting with something as simple as a nut. And now, it's your turn. Start today. Start small. But above all, start believing that change is still possible. Because it is. If this video helped you or someone you care about, please take a moment to like, share, and leave a comment below. I read every single one. Your support helps this message reach more men who need it. And if you'd like to help us create more free content for men over 60, consider making a small donation. Every bit counts, and we're truly grateful for it.